What's good, YouTube? Welcome back. Thank you for clicking onto this reaction. I hope you're looking forward to it just as much as I am. If you haven't already, head over to the content creators page. That link is in the description box down below. If you haven't already and you're enjoying our content, you know what you need to do. You need to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, but we're going to jump straight into this one. Epic History TV's Napoleon First Campaign, a Battle of Mantua. Let's go!
An Epic History TV BMF Productions collaboration. In 1796,
that's a voice I've
height
missed.
Of the French Revolutionary Wars.
I reacted to a different series by Epic History TV last week, and the whole time I was like, "Oh, I missed this narration." It's one of my favourites.
Ah, the artwork as well.
Yeah.
I do miss the artwork of it.
General took charge of a ragged, demoralised army in northern Italy. It was his first command. Many expected him to fail. Instead, in just 1 month, he won his first brilliant campaign. With astonishing self-confidence,
at such a young age,
he led his army to victory after victory, transforming the war in Europe, winning praise from a grateful republic, and forging a legend. This is the story of Napoleon Bonaparte's first campaign, and the dawn of a new age. August 1796.
Go on, Napoleon.
France's infant republic and the coalition seems to be tipping in France's favor. In the Vendée, General Hoche has brought the 3-year royalist revolt to an end. This appalling civil war has cost an estimated 165,000 lives and is the bloodiest chapter of the French Revolution.
It's a lot of a lot of lives lost.
Bourbon Spain allies with France. They will combine forces against their common enemy, Great Britain. In Germany, the armies of General Jourdan and General Moreau have crossed the Rhine and are advancing on Vienna. While in Italy, Napoleon's stunning victory at Castiglione has sent the Austrians scurrying back to the Tyrol.
Because he's a boss.
Napoleon can now resume his siege of Mantua, the key to Italy. But he'll have to start over. The Austrians have used the interlude to drag away his heavy guns and demolish his siege works.
Nice, nice.
In summer, the pestilential marshes that surround the city are lethal. The Austrian garrison has been decimated by disease, mostly malaria. General Serrurier, commanding the French siege,
So he's only got 10,000
also
workers
contracts
to be
the
fighting.
disease. He returns to France to recover and is replaced by General Sauge. Sickness and a shortage of equipment once more plague the French army in Italy. Even the heroic General Massena asks to be replaced, citing ill health and exhaustion. Napoleon rejects his request.
I need you, Massena.
Despite these problems, the Directory in Paris orders Napoleon to attack as part of a grand strategic offensive against Austria. He is to break through to Innsbruck, join forces with Moreau's Army of the Rhine, then together invade Austria and force Emperor Francis to sue for peace.
Smart plan.
Napoleon faces an enemy of roughly equal size. So he plans to use speed and concentration of force to fall upon Austrian troops in the Adige Valley and clear the path northwards. His opponent, Austrian Field Marshal von Wurmser, is under immense pressure to relieve Mantua. His staff believe that recent fighting has left the French army shattered and incapable of offensive operations.
You'd understand why they would think
So
that.
the Austrians plan to make their own advance. Rather than try to force his way past French troops in the Adige Valley, Wurmser will keep Davidovich in a defensive role, while he leads a wide outflanking march via the Brenta Valley and Bassano.
I would have just held the position, right? Oh no, well,
he's got to get
with its garrison. And when Napoleon comes south to face him, he will be caught between two Austrian armies.
Interesting.
It's a good plan.
This video is sponsored by Curiosity
I don't really
Stream,
see that working out
the
very
best
well.
place to discover documentaries on
I don't
history.
either. I doubt if Bonaparte had command of the Austrian forces, he could have contrived it better.
The Austrians begin their advance on the 1st of September.
Hope you enjoy.
French forces begin their advance.
Right, for our ability to read,
Massena
comment something we probably won't be able to read.
with Augereau taking a tougher, mountainous route on his right. General Vaubois marches around Lake Garda to join them, with one brigade crossing by boat. The forward Austrian outposts are driven in, and by the 4th, 3 French divisions are converging on Davidovich's heavily outnumbered force near Rovereto. General Victor leads the main attack straight up the road, driving back the enemy centre.
We don't like it.
No,
Meanwhile, French
fucking-
light infantry swarm up the sides of the valley to
Mate,
outflank
the
the enemy.
artwork is amazing.
It's a tactic
Yes,
the
I love
French
it.
will use again and again to force the Austrians out of strong positions in the narrow passes.
I don't think Bonaparte's going to go back, right? He must.
The
be.
Austrians are driven up the valley towards Davidovich's main camp
He's got
at
to meet up
Galliano.
with.
This is the battle of
As
Mantua.
Napoleon remarks, this position should have been impregnable. Sheer mountains, either side of a valley floor that's just a few hundred yards wide. A small castle and wall add to the formidable natural defences. But its defence has been left to a single, shaken Austrian regiment, which is given no time to prepare. When the French hit them with speed and numbers, they give way. Massena's troops break through to the main Austrian camp, where soldiers, expecting a much longer respite, are preparing dinner.
Imagine
The
that.
French
Expecting you got ages, so you're just preparing dinner, halfway through stirring your pot of like stew, and you just look to the hills and see the French's banner, and you're just like,
I'd keep cooking. I'd want him something nice to prepare.
literally just that single tear just drops down your face. You're just like. And then you just hear a cannonball go, just get taken out.
Takes out your pot and you're just left holding the spoon.
It's not even the whole spoon, do you know what I mean? It's like a bent, like half broken spoon.
It's like,
It was just
continue to do it.
turn
anyway.
around, just pick up your musket and you just trot off to your tent.
chaos and confusion. The Austrian escape route is immediately jammed with fleeing troops, wagons and guns.
Slaughter.
The French round up around 3,000 prisoners, alongside 25 guns and 7 standards. Napoleon had thought that he faced the whole Austrian army around Trento,
Fair play.
but now, speaking with prisoners and locals, he learns that Wurmser and half his army have set off down the Brenta Valley. Destination unknown. With typical speed and decisiveness, Napoleon tears up the plan
Nice.
to join Moreau at Innsbruck and orders a pursuit. If he can catch and destroy Wurmser before he reaches safety, the war in Italy will be won.
Okay.
Okay. He's got speed. So
I thought he was just going to go straight north. That's what I thought.
Yeah, that was his original
Yeah.
plan. But now he's figured out that half the army's gone.
Yeah.
He needs to fuck them up.
When Wurmser receives news of the fiasco at Galliano, his troops are already strung out along the Brenta Valley, with his vanguard approaching Vicenza. there is nothing to gain by turning back. He orders Davidovich to hold the passes north, assuming they are Napoleon's objective, and pushes on to Mantua. But Napoleon is not going north. He orders Vaubois to pursue Davidovich and keep him blocked in, while Augereau's division leads the rest of the army down the narrow, funnel-like Brenta Valley in pursuit of the Austrians. The army of Italy is brimming with confidence and momentum, and marches much faster than the Austrians.
Nice, nice.
A small force at Levico offers token resistance before it's bundled down the Brenta Valley.
Oh. Just keep running, boys.
Yeah,
Next
just
day,
keep
French
running.
light infantry rout a 3,000-strong Austrian rearguard at Primulano, taking most of them prisoner.
Slowing them
Wurmser
down though.
decides to make another stand at
No.
Bassano.
It's just over a week
The
and they've
valley
caught up.
opens into flat plains.
Okay.
Go on, Bonaparte.
With
So quick,
Napoleon
so
leading the
decisive.
charge, the Austrians are driven back, then chased into town by Murat's cavalry.
Good on Murat as
Amid
well.
panic, chaos, and blocked roads, the French take another 2,000 prisoners, including an Austrian general
Nice.
and 30 guns. Wurmser is in disarray, down to 12,000 men, outnumbered 2 to 1, with part of his force retreating in the wrong direction towards Trieste. His only hope
Oh
is to
no.
reach Mantua.
Oh no.
You got no chance,
in a
right?
foot race. But for the first time in the campaign, Austrian soldiers outmarched their exhausted French counterparts.
They had to.
Yeah, you would. You would.
It's run or die.
Wurmser leaves a small garrison at the fortress of Legnago to slow Augereau's pursuit.
Okay.
Forging ahead, Massena manages to block the Austrians' path at Cherea.
Oh. Massena.
Massena is a
Determined
fucking
attack
G.
clears the road, taking 700 French prisoners and 7 guns. It is a rare defeat for Massena.
I like Massena's idea though, just running up and
Yeah,
getting them by
man.
the balls, gives him
Yeah,
time for the
man.
rest of them to catch up.
90% sure Massena was the one that died too early.
Yeah, I
I'm
think he
90% sure he was the one who died too young.
With the help of a local informant, Wurmser then finds an intact, unguarded bridge across the Tiorne River and reaches the outskirts of Mantua on the 13th of September.
Wow.
His army has been saved from destruction by the skin of its teeth.
You got a garrison that's in Legaro? Yeah.
Napoleon has failed to prevent Wurmser reaching Mantua. But he knows that if he can bottle him up inside the city, it will put intolerable strain on its supplies.
He also
For that
lost a lot of
reason,
his army as
Wurmser
well.
wants to keep
Yeah.
his army outside the city walls, free to maneuver, and crucially, forage for supplies in the surrounding country.
Fair play.
Interesting.
The next morning, as Augereau accepts the surrender of the Austrian garrison at Legnago,
What's that?
Massena
He said
tries
last
a
one, yeah.
surprise attack
That lasted a
at
night.
Castelli,
That'll do.
but it's overambitious. His men have not had time to recover from their long march, and the Austrians fight bravely. The following day, Napoleon launches a much larger, coordinated attack.
Okay.
Sauge's division advances on the right. His troops are soon in heavy fighting with Ott's brigade around the Villa La Favorita. Augereau's division, under temporary command of General Bonn, advances along the Mincio River, trying to turn the Austrian right flank.
Who does better on the flanks
Wurmser
here,
sends
Jack?
reserves from his center to strengthen both flanks. Massena's concealed
Yeah.
division launches its attack.
Nice.
Victor and Rampont lead the way with their veteran demi-brigades. Austrian cavalry hurl themselves at the French, but are beaten off.
Yeah.
Heavy fighting rages on the outskirts of Mantua for much of the afternoon. Finally, Wurmser's centre begins to crumble, and the French take San Giorgio. Much of the Austrian right wing is cut off. Many are forced to surrender, while others flee into the lake.
Which means death with that armour on. Well, not
The
even
Austrian
they didn't really
line
have armour
shattered.
then, did they?
Wurmser orders his men to
You
fall
just
back
wing it, bro. You gotta
to the
risk it.
safety of Mantua's citadel.
Oh,
2-5. Only 1,000 French.
so he's got about 10,000 left.
The troops that were to have rescued Mantua are now trapped alongside its garrison. By early October, the French have cut off the city and resumed their siege. Conditions inside Mantua deteriorate rapidly. Disease, wounds and malnutrition kill on average nearly 100 Austrian soldiers every day for 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
Civilians are reduced to eating rats and horses. Napoleon, meanwhile, returns to Milan, sending his aide-de-camp, Major Marmont, to Paris to present 22 captured Austrian standards to the Directory. But elsewhere, the war has not been going so well for France. Archduke Charles, younger brother of the Emperor Francis, has defeated General Jourdan's army twice in 2 weeks.
Oh,
It and General
not good.
Moreau's army of the Rhine are forced to retreat back to the frontier.
well, it's good that Napoleon did that, because he
Yeah.
never would have met him.
Yeah, it would have been just in the open.
These
With no
setbacks
backup.
mean Napoleon will get very few of the reinforcements he's so urgently requested. He and his men are exhausted.
Oh,
Oh shit. Imagine requesting
25,000.
25,000 and
you
getting
get
3. And you're just like, where's the extra 22,000, guys?
Oh, mate.
Where's the other 22,000? You know?
He's got to be able to kill
Many
himself.
of them are sick.
Ah, of course he
They
does.
must contain an enormous...
Many of them were sick as well.
...garrison in Mantua.
Mate, you're just getting shafted.
Fucking paid.
Not even...
Contain
Mate,
an
I reckon
enormous and
3,000, all
increasingly
of them are
desperate
fucked.
garrison in Mantua, with the certain knowledge that the Austrians will try again soon to save the city. And there are diplomatic concerns which also trouble Napoleon. In Rome, the Pope stirs animosity against the French, citing their treatment of the Catholic Church in the territories they administer.
Oh, okay.
These now include the Cispadane Republic, formed in part from the Duchy of Modena, which Napoleon has abolished for colluding with the enemy. There is also the lingering threat that Naples may rejoin the war at a critical moment to stab him in the back. So, to secure his southern flank, Napoleon concludes a comprehensive peace treaty with Naples without bothering to consult the Directory. It's
So the Directory is basically the French Revolution governing body at that point in time. So he just ignores them and makes this.
He makes his own little treaty that's worked.
It shows his ambitions for later. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it comes down to me and only me.
That's it.
actions like this that feed the whispers in Paris. This popular young general's ambition seems limitless. Might he not one day prove a dangerous political player? But such talk will be moot if Napoleon fails in Italy.
He's back.
I know.
That autumn,
It's indeed on.
as Austrian troops march once more to the relief of Mantua, he will face his most skilled opponent yet, Feldzugmeister Joseph Alvinci, the first man to defeat Napoleon Bonaparte.
Ooh,
Very
battle.
interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing
that
this,
will be
Jack.
interesting. That will be interesting to
A
watch.
big
And that
thank
is
you
going to
to
be in the
BMF
next
Productions for
episode. What another great reaction in regards to Napoleon. Epic history, makes amazing content, great artwork, great maps, great narration. Always super good.
You know where the link is, guys.
If you haven't already, go click that link. If you enjoyed our reaction, looking forward to the next one, you know what you need to do. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we will catch you in the next video.
See you later.